Go off script very briefly to tell you about a journey I had yesterday from the Dinky station up to and through campus, and your beautiful campus reeks of beer. Like, even the outside of buildings. You've made the trees smell of beer. Like, what an accomplishment. In addition to all the things you're being celebrated for today, I want to celebrate that. And mention it not just because I still may be under the influence of those fumes, but because I was realizing as I was walking that this poem features a beer. And in fact, at the end of the poem, you will be offered a beer. One final introductory note, if you're not aware of this, the salt flats of Bonneville, because of the flat, uninterrupted terrain, they've been an ideal testing ground for cars that the designers want to drive as quickly as possible. So for decades, engineers have been gathering there to test prototype cars in an attempt to break the land speed record. So here we go. Jerusalem was crossroads 200 miles back. Not that you were looking for a sign, but there wasn't one, and you blew right through. Then, on to the great Camino de Santiago de America, Interstate 80, which, by oath of Google Maps, was really the only viable option heading west from Salt Lake. And then, your film slips the reel. Screen bright blank. You sail into the place equivalent of paper, the pure nil before dye or pen. Ahoy! A wayside up yonder, a little lot, and someone's installed a picnic table. Once forest green, now mostly blister. This seems the friendly place to park. You leave the Subaru to stretch the gams. 15 minutes later, in a mile out on sodium plate, you've gained some purchase on the nothing that is and nothing that will be. This anti-cave, the sort of holy place people prefer. Nothing. No branch. No shit. No bone. A salt expanse flattened under blue. A breeze. But then, here's something. A blip underfoot. A dip no deeper than bear track in sandstone. A line half erased that hints a path, horizon to horizon. An accidental intaglio, so a relic people might find admissible. Not that anyone should decipher it. It's the script of single-use Goodyears, the wheels of the rocket cars, built solely to faster blast a living soul across the salt of Bonneville, all to top the top land speed. Nothing beside remains. Then again of note, there were other pilgrims who passed, leaving queries like glyphs in the leading search engines of the age. Can you sleep at the Bonneville Salt Flat? Are there bathrooms at the salt flats? Will the salt flat rust your car? Do the Utah salt flats smell? Can you go on the salt flats at night? Is there cell service on the salt flats? How fast do cars go on the salt flats? What shoes do you wear on assault flats? Pilgrim, lone listener on the page. Here you must have naught, if not a sense of provenance and providence in equal measure. You must know if there's any shadow in the whisper of this place, that shadow must be you. Caesar's ships stop at the end of the sea. To you the kingdom shall be passed. By Roman wreck you sing this song. You know the words. Rejoice, rejoice, the glory of God, the glory of God. But now, halfway back to your Subaru, you see you aren't alone. A Chevy, and a woman who's around about your mother's age, give or take a few. She's set a lawn chair on the salt scorch, and she's lounging there, eyes closed into a face with no measure of pleasure, though she's entirely attended by the sun. In a two-finger grip, a high life hangs like Ursa Minor over her orbit's edge. Naturally, you have reason to ask, excuse me, hello, how are you? Have you heard any news about the wildfires out west? And just as naturally, oh, hon, no, you got the wrong gal, I guess. Everyone's against the news out here. And that's that. The unimpeded light so lusters in her oil that you can't be sure if she opened eye in your direction. Then comes the wordlessness, the wind, and the wordlessness. And for a spell, you may behold, as may she, what all will be yours. You see everything she can't. So naturally, you cannot hear her here. This word, delivered in this place where it couldn't mean less. You must have misheard. Again she says, here. You turn and look. See her bowing to you with an arm in her cooler. She's swishing the icy water, grasping at, then grasping it. She lifts it up, a bottle sealed and full, its icy label glistening gold. You know it when you see it, your life offered up to you.